What's going on? Welcome back to the channel. So it's late again. Kind of a few updates. It's been a little bit. We've been trying to hammer this out. I know Mark's been staying late this week, and I've been out here. I was out here over the weekend. You guys saw the fuel cell. Kind of putting that together. I think that was Sunday night. It's Wednesday night now. This week's been crazy in the shop. We've been just slammed with work. So, yeah, that's kind of why I haven't had much time to update this. But I figure I'd give you guys a kind of a rundown of what we've been doing this week. So I got the fuel cell mounted. I got to trim out this little corner of the front end. And then maybe a little bit this inside bucket. Right here, because this doesn't really matter right here, it's just these mounting points matter, so I might trim out just a tad back here, so not a huge deal. I had to get this up as high as possible because of the fuel pump and, you know, gravity fed type deal. So this is kind of an exciting one over here. So a while back I posted trying to look for some 15 by 10s with a 3-inch backspace. So we were, so the class we're running for Rocky Mountain Race Week is the Rowdy Radial class. So it's a 26 A5 class, small tire, real small tire. So finally got tires in. I think I got them Monday, I believe, and then I actually got wheels last night. So I gotta give a big shout out to MacFab beadlocks. He had a set of non-beadlock 15 by 10s with a 3-inch backspace. He had it sitting there in stock, which I was having a hell of a time trying to find any wheels in stock. So he took those, put on their beadlocks. So I kind of have to show these off. Kind of badass, because that's kind of, you know, what makes the car. So here they are. They're a Weld V series with MacFab beadlocks on them. So went with their normal cut, I guess I forget what it's called, front beadlock ring, and then just the slick on the rear. So nothing fancy on the backside, but these things are pretty badass. But yeah, you can tell this is a 15 by 10, and you know, it's not stretched. I didn't really want a stretch tire. I probably should have gone with the 15 by 11, but we're probably gonna do a 15 by 13 for normal races. So kind of wanted a big difference. So hopefully we get to use these wheels more than just like 2 events a year. So hopefully there's like a 235 or 2685 class that comes out, and we can actually run these a lot. So pretty cool. I was excited. This way we can put the car on the ground. So we're supposed to be getting the rest of the order from Strange tomorrow. So they're waiting on the backing plates for the brakes. So I believe that's coming tomorrow. The third member is still out a bit, but we don't need a third member to roll around. So actually tomorrow we could probably set the car on the ground, but probably gonna wait a little bit. Mark did bring up his sandblasting device. So we're gonna sandblast the outside of the car, probably some of the firewall, inside firewall. So I don't know, that might happen this weekend. We just kind of have to plan. This weekend's 4th of July, so we'll see. But I got the scallop strips in. Scallop strips are down on the floor, and then got these Zeus tabs for the removable floor in. I got Zeus, or the scallop strips on both sides. That side's like half welded. Like I said before, my arm goes to sleep, both of them, while I'm welding that. So I gotta take a break. So I'm probably done for the night. It's kind of late, so I don't know what else we got. I don't know if I showed you the motors together. I'm just waiting on push rods, and then it's ready to go. I just need to weld some pan bungs in. We did get a Stroud parachute, so got an air launcher from Strut, so with a chute, so it's kind of exciting. It's really getting there. Just a couple hours ago, I talked to Pete at Hughes and put an order in for a bolt together. So pretty excited about that. That's gonna be a big learning curve for me. I've never ran one, but it'll be exciting because I'm excited to get this car going. So that'll be fun. This week I'm just gonna try and wrap up the rest of the car. Mark did get the back scallop strip started, so he got this one that goes to the tub started, and then these down here, I don't know if you can see them or not. So those, they'll have a carbon piece here, and then he got the other side done, and then he got the tubs back in, and then cut holes for the anti-roll bar. So anti-roll bar's done. So yeah, whole car's ready to basically sit on the ground. I gotta put some springs on the front, and we gotta make some little bars in the back so we can set the car down. Yeah, it's getting there. It's a lot. It's a lot to build a car in this short amount of time. The next issue we have is fuel line, fuel fittings. I was gonna use Earl's Ultra Pro hose and fittings, and the hose isn't the issue. It's the fittings. Fittings are back ordered in middle of August, which doesn't work for our timeline. So I talked to Brown and Miller, and might possibly do a buy-in for fuel line fittings. I'd love to have fuel line fittings here for customer cars. So it's kind of like an introduce, like we need to get this done, and we'd like to do, in-house for a shop car, really nice crimp fitting lines and whatnot. So the buy-in's pretty hefty, but it's like the top of the line stuff, and it's all made in the USA. So yeah, probably gonna go that way. I know they said the crimper's out like 2 months, but we can get all of the fittings, a big order of fittings in, and actually measure and then send them to them, and they'll crimp them for free. So really awesome service that they do if you buy into their program. So if you guys are going to be needing fuel lines, probably going to do like a I've kind of been thinking about doing a kind of like an interactive online builder for fuel lines. So by the time this comes out, that idea might be into fruition, but we'll see. That's kind of the plan right now. So I kind of got to get on that and get to it. So I think that's about it for tonight. That's kind of the last few days update. Just been ordering some more parts. So it's getting really close. We're hoping to make it. So I will probably be out here tomorrow and try and pick back up with you guys then. So small Thursday night update. We got somewhat of a roller, half-assed kind of, but obviously can't run this ride height. Roll low in the back. Racing we could, but street driving we will not be able to run this low. So looks pretty cool. The tires are definitely they don't look as small on here, like on the car, as up in the air. Like they definitely look tiny.
Yeah.
But
yeah, they don't look quite as tiny as they did when we had them sitting next to the car.
But if you guys can see up in here, we got like 6.5 miles of tub space. So I guess we could either go small tire or really big tire racing. But Mark got the passenger seat mounted in his recliner position.
Yep.
For maximum
sleepage.
Maximum naps.
Yep.
But pretty good update. Now it does roll things. It does rolly.
It does steer things.
Yeah.
And actually push it around and make race car noises.
Yeah. It's pretty nifty. So I guess I don't know. Could sandblast this weekend. Getting it out is the issue.
Yeah, getting it out might be a challenge.
Yeah, we're gonna have to put it in 4-wheel drive mode.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
4-wheel steer mode.
Yeah, I don't know how much the body without a wishbone in it. That's the dirt track setup.
Yep.
Got rear steer and everything. Yeah, we might need a wishbone before we sandblast.
You can whip that up tomorrow.
You want to hog out that 14,000s again?
I have the tool for it now. I made one.
It's possible. I mean, I don't know. Getting this thing. This is like, it's like belly button height.
If that. The back is.
I wish we had floors in it. Jesus, so low to the ground. That's wild seeing the ground.
Mm-hmm.
Most time you don't see the ground in a car.
Yeah, seeing it that close, you're like, oh.
Yeah.
Ah.
Yeah, the front could come down if we were gonna run it low. It could come down.
Yeah. Well, I don't know how much you can come down. The springs, the tracks are kind of all the way out. Springs are kind of loose in there.
Just leave the windshield out.
Make it easier to get in and out.
Yep. Try not to destroy scallop strips. I mean, once we get like
The
actual motor, fuel,
Yeah.
radiator, it'll probably be down.
Probably at least another inch. Transmission too. That'll do a lot.
Yeah. Probably be alright. It's low. Oh.
You can almost run the 1-inch forward position now that it's on the ground.
Yeah. Yeah, no kidding.
That's close.
That is close. It's close to that. It's not close on the firewall, but it's close on that thing that's not on that side. Or is it on that side?
This down here?
Yeah. I guess we'll have to either clearance it or, well, yeah, that's close. Have to watch turning. Yeah, we got that trimmed all the way out too.
Uh-huh.
So if we did go to the half-inch, was it half-inch forward? There's half-inch and there's full-inch, right?
I'm not sure.
I thought that's what it was.
If there's half-inch, yeah, we could definitely go half-inch. We got
Yeah.
a mile in between the...
That would help with that
There.
clearance back there.
I think that's what we were having issues with. I think it was going to hit the front end. Of course, the front end does have to come back on that side still a little bit.
Yeah.
Because of your fuel tank.
Yeah. It's cool seeing on the ground though.
It's really cool being on the ground. Motivating.
Mm-hmm. It's finally getting there. I could always sandblast it like out front too.
I thought that's where we were going to do it.
Oh, we were? Okay. See, the issue here is getting cars out. So when we built the building, we didn't build a ramp in the back because it was muddy.
Mm-hmm.
And we've got about 1 week this year that's been not muddy. So
Yeah.
it's really tough to move dirt when it's just mud and pour concrete when it's mud. So, and these chassis jigs are kind of in the way. Eventually, the shop
And
car.
If we put the shop car on dollies,
Yeah, it wouldn't be too bad.
we could just move that forward, shimmy this out there. We could, well, we'd have to put Joe's car down on dollies and move it over.
Or John's car. Yeah, that would work.
It's doable.
Yeah.
Just takes work.
Mm-hmm.
But I won't be here Saturday, so.
Lame. Well, that's your Thursday night update. Doesn't seem like much, but when you've been working on it for a long time,
Seeing it on the ground.
seeing it on the ground is nice. Because now it's finally a rolling vehicle. So, keep saying it's not a lot of stuff, but it's a lot of stuff. Alright, so semi-big update. I know I haven't kept the updates going. We've been really busy this past week, so as you can tell, the shop car is on this side of the shop. It's kind of messy around here because we've been thrashing, getting customer cars done and whatnot, so shop car is no longer over there. We got everything stripped out of it, so turbo hot side is out of it. Like I said, it's a disaster in here. I'm gonna clean later today, but basically everything's stripped out of the car because Mark brought his sandblaster up. So we are going to be sandblasting the outside of the car and the firewall. We're gonna cover the wheels and everything so we don't get those sandblasted. But yeah, hopefully it turns out well. I've never sandblasted anything, so we'll see how this does. Maybe I'll get Marissa to sandblast. Get her out there.
If the rain stops.
Yeah, it's been raining nonstop, so we're kind of waiting for the rain to stop before we can get out and actually get it done. So it's kind of frustrating, but yeah, that's kind of the update for today. I think the plan is to get it sandblasted, and then it's going to go over on the other side where our inventory stuff is. That way we can get it. That's just going to be its home for the rest of the time. So. I'm going to do a little different. Usually I do this on Friday, but we got a new guy starting in the shop, or he started already. So it's a little louder during the days now, so it's a little tougher to do a Friday walk around just because it's a little chaotic. So I thought I'd give you, we got a ton of stuff that we need to, I guess you guys need to see and go over. So stay tuned, and we're going to kind of walk around the shop. So, oh boy, where to start? I guess we can start with the shop car. Last time you guys saw it, I was getting it sandblasted, which it turned out pretty good actually. I've never sandblasted anything like that size, so it was interesting. We got it pretty well done. It took forever. It took like 5-6 hours, just because, you know, the sandblaster, it's not the best sandblaster out there. It worked though. So I guess I could show you guys that. So kind of shuffled cars around here. As you can see, shop car is not over there anymore. We've actually moved a bunch of stuff around just in this past week, but I'll show you that in a second. Let's check out the shop car. So we got it on this side right now, just because we're hoping to get this painted like 2 weeks. So not this weekend, the next weekend. We're hoping to get it done. So we're kind of in thrash mode, and this spot's not being used right now, so thought we'd put a car, you know, put the shop car here. Got a lot of room around it, you know, we can work. We're working on John's car, and then we're working on the SN95 New Edge car over there. So we're just kind of figured this is probably the best spot for this. So as you can tell, a little bit of backwards work here. We just decided to go ahead and cut this out. This little lip here really sucks to deal with, and then it was just not, we had to patch, and then when you have the patch on the firewall right where I guess the hood pivots come, it's doubled up, so there's 2 layers of metal there, and putting a patch panel in there was really, it's just really bad. It sucks. It's not fun. It pops back at you. It ruins your cups and your gas lenses. So we just decided to cut that out. Mark already got a template made, so nothing too terrible. Gavin's working on getting the car ready for paint. I didn't get all of this sandblasted on Sunday because it started to rain, so it rained like 3 times, so I had to push it in, pull it back in, push it back out, pull it back in, so that kind of sucked. So I got most everything sandblasted, like all of this is sandblasted. I only missed like, I don't know, maybe a 2-foot section on the roof in the middle, so Gavin's getting this, he got this stripped off yesterday, and then he's working on getting this sanded, and he's gonna start laying some body filler on there. There's a few dents on here that we didn't really know about. There's one like right here. There's a couple on the roof. There's one over here somewhere, yeah, like right here. Somewhere like that. This really straight car for how old, I mean, these are cars are 30 years old now, so there's a couple dents across here. It's pretty wavy. I'm not really sure what that was from. So just kind of, you know, 30-year-old car things. So he's got this pretty well sanded down now. So I guess we were gonna have sandblasting and the paint professionally done. I would have loved to do that, but in the lieu of time, it's gonna be way easier. I did this on a Sunday. We're gonna paint it hopefully in 2 days and we'll have it back. So I'm not expecting the best quality because we're all not professional painters, but I think we can do pretty well. The car will probably get wrapped eventually because I'd like to do like all of our sponsors and our logo on there. So we just picked up a basic single stage paint from Eastwood. It's a 9mm metallic, so it's like a really dark gray. And then yeah, basic, nothing fancy. It'll do the job. Like I said, I'd love to have a professional paint job done, but it's not the cheapest, and it's gonna be a show car. We're gonna take it to, you know, shows and stuff, but it is gonna be a race car. We're gonna race it a lot, so it's, you know, you're gonna be leaning over it, and I'd hate to waste the money on that when we can buy actual performance parts. So just kind of, I don't know, it kind of sucks to put you know, just single stage basic paint on it, but we want to race this year and we want to make Rocky Mountain Race Week, so that's what we came to the conclusion of. But yeah, so everything's basically stripped out of it. The only thing left in it's a rear end, tranny cooler still in it, steering wheel, front suspension. That's about it. We're hoping to get the battery mounted. We're gonna put that back here. Hoping to get the wing mounted. We did get the wing. We got it from Robert Carter down in Florida. It's the same wing we did on Mike's car. We really liked how it was set up, and I like the Outlaw sill plates on the side where it's you know, kind of covers the taillight. So that looks really good. Yeah, it's kind of the update for that. Hoping to go to paint in 2 weeks. So wish us luck. John's car, not much going on with it. We're about to jump back on it. I know you guys saw Joe Hunt's car. It was an S550 4-link. I was hoping to get some video of it. Didn't really work out because he wanted the car back quickly. He wanted it back for last weekend so he could get he got a new converter, and he just wanted to get it all set up. He's actually got a track rental tomorrow night. Today's Wednesday, so you know, basically shop to track. So I didn't get as much as I want. I'll probably put some pictures up here, and I'll probably ramble on while you guys can see the finished results. So not much going on with our jig car. Gavin's actually, if you guys can tell, we got a new hole in the wall. We are redoing all of our inventory stuff. We got it kind of set up before, but now we're completely revamping it. We got new shelves going on. We're just running out of room. So we put all our apparel up here so it's not dusty, even though the boxes are really dusty. But that's kind of, you know, what we're working with right now. And we're going to put more of these boxes on that side. This is kind of chaos right now, but we're doing more internet sales. So, you know, kind of we wanted to get more inventory so you guys didn't have to wait on stuff. And we have more kind of cool inventory items coming out soon. So that's about it for that room. It's kind of nice having a hole here. So the whole idea came from that was our welded chassis and our cage kits are actually going to be done right here now instead of over there. We used to, you know, put the bender in the middle of those two cars, but it just got too crowded. So once the shop car was done, shop car went over there. Shane's car is eventually going to go back over there, but right now it's over there. Shop car's over there until it gets painted, then it's going to go back over here where it's a little less dusty. So now this is kind of cage bending, kit bending area, welded chassis, final welding area. So that's why we got that, so we can take the welded chassis and the cage kits straight in without having to like walk them around here, or you know, we're trying to improve the flow of things. So Jason's car, I believe Mark just finished up welding. He welded the rest of the inside, dropped it down, and then he's working on the front right now. So he got the front forks on, and then we're gonna mount the front end on there. So I'm finally getting this one wrapped up. Been tough for me lately getting out here. Joe's car, I worked on the last week it was here. Mark and Gavin weren't here, so I came out and, you know, actually worked. But no, we are extremely busy right now. We just booked out for a year from now, so I've been doing a lot of like the business stuff and kind of eating my time. We're actually looking for an office assistant right now, so I'm sure by the time this video comes out we'll probably have someone in mind. So, but if we don't, if you guys know of anyone or you know, have anyone in mind, let us know. We are definitely looking. So yeah, we have outgrown this building pretty quickly. Like I said, we just finished this section, this area, maybe 10 months ago, I believe. 9 months ago, something like that. And it's too small already. So kind of got to plan out our next move, kind of what I've been working on. So nothing, I don't really have anything else for you guys. It's kind of the shop walk around. Tonight I'm just kind of wrapping up the motor. We finally got push rods in. I got some Brian Tully Racing 3/8 push rods. They're kind of tucked down in there. Hopefully you guys can see them. But the motor should be 100% ready to go in. Just need to bolt the intake down, bolt this water crossover. I'm just using an LS6 one because, you know, we're fancy like that. And, you know, that's about it. So this is pretty much almost ready to go in once we get to that point. So probably keep you guys updated maybe this weekend and try and get a lot done. But yeah, hopefully I'll see you guys tomorrow or this weekend. Alright, so this video is a little different than our normal Friday. It's late in the day, so I thought I'd show you what we got done this week. We didn't really, I know I walked around the other night, but we got a few more things done. Shop car kind of got some updates. Mark's got some front end stuff done on Jason's car.
Yep. Got some strut tubes on.
Pretty much just had the back ones and then cut most of this out.
All of that.
All of it. Yes.
All of it.
Yep.
Yep. Just have to cut it out, and then I'll probably do like we do on the box bodies and plate this section of the frame.
Yeah, they're kind of identical to the Fox body.
Pretty much.
Everything from like here. Yeah, here forward. Because it starts getting weird right here.
pretty close. The strut tower structure looks pretty similar, but the top is symmetrical, which it isn't on the Fox body. It's opposite on the Fox
Which would
body.
be helpful if it was symmetrical on the Fox body.
Right.
Because these holes are off on the Fox body.
Yeah.
They're like
Makes it really hard to measure for strut cups.
Yeah.
This one should be pretty easy.
Yeah. Yeah, so this one's getting the strut cups like we did on the shop car and Mike's car. Yeah, this is definitely different. But like, I guess the windshield's just longer.
Yeah.
It's a lot more round of a car. And then I guess we could introduce our newest employee, but he's washing his hands. So I guess we'll have to wait. But shop car got some work done last night. Kind of decided, executive decision, that patching the hood latch holes was just gonna, or the hood strut holes was gonna suck. So Mark made the executive decision to just cut it all out and then make a new panels. So it'll look a lot better than fixed shit. Say hi, Richie.
Hey, how you doing?
So this is our newest employee. He's doing a lot of our cage kits and stuff and learning. So Gavin started slathering Bondo on the car. Makes it a little hot on that one, but that's okay. So this car's pretty straight, but it still had some dents on it. Just little tiny dents here and there. So he's gonna sand it, I think, this weekend. I got the rear bumper situation figured out. So I had to cut the bottom of the fender from here, this section, out because it just wasn't fitting. So I cut it at this line, and it actually tucks up where this line is. I just have these loose on there right now, but where this line is where this sits really nicely. Like there's almost no lip there. So put some Zeus's on there to hold it. They'll be black, so you probably won't be able to tell, but easy on off with the bumper. Probably gonna add something like off of here to hold this, and then on the bottom we'll have scallop strips holding the tin. So I think it should be pretty secure. That's about it for last night. I got the rest of the pedal stuff welded up, and then the bumper took forever. So I guess I could show you the wing that we picked up. I had it boxed up last time I had set it, but I got it out of the box and ready to look at. So this is Robert Carter builds these. He's down in Florida, so it pretty much comes with everything you need. This is the same one we had on Mike's car, and we really liked it. It's the Outlaw panel. So it's a 20-inch wing. So this,
So it helps cool things.
like you saw on Mike's car, this is the driver. So this is gonna be like, let's see if I can do this one-handed. So this is gonna be like this. Be tucked out there. So kind of tucks away, hides your brake lights so no one can see your brake lights for street driving. Optimum. So it looks really good. It'll lengthen the car a little, give the car a little bit more length, because it is a shorter wheelbase car, and they look badass. So that's about it for today. Just a little bit different of a day because it's doing late in the afternoon. Gavin's already left. So did find one more set of Hoosier 2685s. So now we have two sets that should last us for Rocky Mountain Race Week. I think we'll be good on that. Should be enough to make the passes, test the car. Hopefully. We'll see. We might need another set. But Gavin got the inventory way set up, and it looks awesome. Everything's categorized. We're still going to go over part numbers and stuff like that, but this is definitely looking a lot better. So this is all of our tabs that we use and sell, all of our bungs and rear end components. Like here's all the studs for the housings, and then up here's kind of the odds and the ends, all the Zeus's that we use, caps, and then all the rod ends we use for fox body stuff, the wishbones, the 4-link. So, and up top is the inventory. Back on this side, we have all of our housing stuff, which we need to stock back up on. Had a run on housing, it's like 2 weeks ago, so all this is all of our consumables here, so it's kind of easy to get to. And then I'm sure you guys will see this before, but these are the PPP shifter cup holders that are coming out soon. So there's one of our M&M shifter ones. So this one be like that, and then this will have 45, and then this little tab will have 45. So pretty cool. I know people have been asking about that, so we decided to go ahead and make that. So that's about it. I think Mark might work on the car tonight.
Yeah,
So
there's a guy in Australia that makes these, and the mount.
that's about it for this week. I'll kind of show you guys the wing making, because it's not the wing making, wing mounting. It's not a challenging thing to do, but there's definitely some tips and tricks to it. I gotta get this car up on the jack stands and set up our little jig we got for it. So yeah, that's what I'm hoping to get done. Hoping to get paint done next weekend or the week after. All right, so I thought I'd give you guys a overview of this wing install. It's a little bit different than Mike's because we just saw this. It's kind of not obvious at first, but he did mark out where the holes are for the strut supports. So there's 3 holes there, 3 holes there, 3 holes there, and 3 holes there, and then all of the holes for the pivots, or the hinges down here. These hinges that go on the deck lid. Yeah, so didn't really notice that first, but now that we do, it makes it really helpful because you don't have to find center and then mark out each one. You can kind of just, you know, drill the holes. But Mike's was a little different because his was powder coated, so I'm assuming he took that off when it got powder coated. So kind of nice that it's not powder coated. So I did just have it mocked up because I was gonna find out where center was and all that, but it's helpful that it has that now. So
What brand is it?
RCS, I believe. Robert Carter, I believe. I think it's RCS.
Someone was gonna ask.
I know it is a nice wing. It fits pretty well. So yeah. Plus I got the, like I was saying earlier, the super badass side plates where no one can see your tail lights when you're turning. So that's what you want.
Yeah, especially for street cars.
Yeah. But you know, we're blending those lines: street car, race car.
Full on street car.
Everything's a race car, street car now. See, everyone wants a street car that they can race.
Right.
We want a race car that you can street.
Exactly.
Just minimal street car-ness to get it driving.
As little street car as possible to make it legal.
Yeah. So I'm gonna get this somewhat going. Hopefully it'll take a lot less time now I know where to drill holes. But a little bit of challenge because I'm gonna have to drill them into the deck lid, but not awful, and should have it done fairly quick. Alright, so I got the holes drilled for everything. They were a little narrower than the actual brackets, but it wasn't enough to matter too much. So the piano hinge is up here, and then I took a 90-degree pick because this is like impossible to get a marker or anything up in there, and then a 90-degree pick just scribe that hole. So I'm about to pull it off and then drill the holes on the deck lid, and then we'll put it back on. Probably get these struts mounted. Shane drilled these holes. I want to see if they work. If they don't, I'll probably drill new holes and then just patch these ones. These kind of look like they might work, so hopefully they do. But it's kind of the goal for the next step. Yeah, just take your time on it, and it really helped having those holes. Just kind of located this, and it actually looks pretty good. This is a little low here because what I have holding it up is pushing the middle, but this looks pretty good. There's a little bit of a gap, which is fine, so you don't have it rubbing against your paint. So the wing, I have all the brackets on the wing, all of the ones that go up underneath it. And then I'm about to take the deck lid off. And then I have these holes already drilled. I can't really reach up behind here, so I gotta take it off. I got a table up there that Mark's about to steal. And then I'm gonna flip this upside down and bolt this on. Then we'll come back here, put the whole assembly on, and probably put the little brackets down here. Hopefully these holes that Shane drilled will work, I'm hoping. So I'll get to mounting those, and then we'll pick up when I get it back on the car. What's going on? So back out here, I'm gonna be getting the side plates put on. Yeah, I got all of it bolted on, got bolted to the bumper. So it's all tied in together. Got these holes drilled for the little pins that go in there to change the height of it. If you want to run more pitch in the, if you want to run more, you know, if you get it like that, you get more downforce like that. It's not as much downforce, so you can adjust it. So right now I'm going to try getting this set up. It's a little tough because you can't, usually I put a clamp here on the back, but the front kind of just floats. So I'm going to try and line it up as best as I can with the curve here and the body line. So this body line right here matches the body line that runs along the car. So I'm trying to match them up pretty well, and then kind of bring you guys back and show you guys how it turned out. So I got that side panel fit. You guys saw that. Had a little bit of a dilemma here. So this body line is kind of under this body line, which is not what I was hoping for. But this top one lines up with this perfectly. So I kind of had to pick one or the other. It's just, I guess, how this is bent. I did bend it a little here to give it more of a radius for this radius here, but it fits pretty well. It did help having this bend under this body line because it got it over it and then it turned it down, because this fender still does have a radius to it. So this could probably use a little less bend, so I'll probably take a little out there, and then we're probably going to do the two Zeus's on here again like we did on Mike's car. So this one fits pretty well. It's a little different than Mike's, because Mike's we had a flat deck lid, so there wasn't that little bump in the back. This one, it's mounted with that bump, so it gives it more of a curved shape. So I think that's kind of what's playing into my little bit of odd issues here, but
not too bad. I just kind of wish that front one lined up a little better. This side, I don't know if it's going to be any better or not. Yeah, this one will be a little better, which kind of, it's not fun when things are not the same side to side, but it is what it is. Obviously, it takes a little bit more work to get it fitting how you want, because it's not a direct bolt-on wing. So, like I said, the bubble of it going up and over probably played into a lot of it. And then obviously just where you put this wing, this side panel. I couldn't, the only issue I saw that might have solved that is if these holes weren't drilled beforehand, because I'll slide this down. I can't go too far forward here. I can only go, you know, like, I mean, I'm pretty close to that. If I go any further forward, it's gonna be real close to that edge right there. So, I mean, I could probably scoot it forward a little bit, but once again, not terrible, just little nitpicky things that I see and, you know, but no one else is gonna see type deal. So when I do this one, I'll probably hold it up a little bit, just to have it hold that shape a little better. But other than that, it's really tedious work. Obviously I spent last night and tonight working on it, and it's still not done, so just takes a while. There's a lot of little stuff that goes into it.